Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. My name is Byers, and here we are today in Riot Racing League Season 9, Round 3 here in Belgium. As you can see, we've got 18 drivers tonight, so I'll go through them. We've got Jeff and Sokin in the Williams. We've got Zezin and Max Scavenger in the Aston Martins. We got Giant Stick and Aidan Jones in the Haas. We got DK and Mason in the McLarens. We got FS as the sole Ferrari for now, might be joined by Amy, his teammate. We got Horsepower and Harold in the Mercedes. We got the Berkey making his debut tonight with Goal Killer in Alpine. We got Kazi and Max V Fast in the Red Bulls. We got Mellowed in the Sauber, and then we got the V carbs of Deathwing and Evie. Tonight we do have a sprint weekend. So we got short qualifying, goes into then 8 laps of sprint race, and then we've got 18 minutes of quali with 22 laps for the full race. So we're just waiting for our first cars to start. Speaking of which, let's get the lap data on. Let's get the track map on full. There we go. So as you see, we've got all 17 of the 18 drivers starting their outlap. The only exception is OWR Deathwing, who is yet to leave the pit. Let's see who is going to be coming over the line first. Okay, so Sorry guys, my thing was on mute. As I was saying, big spin from Evie. Aiden Jones, Kazi and Zezin all within 4 tenths of each other, first or third. Mason bringing up the rear of the timed cars with a 1:45.8 so far, so he will be hoping to improve a little bit. So the front three are already setting their sights on a potential pole position. Absolutely flat out through the corner, going down to the hairpin now. Nice and tight to the curb, going through No Name, about to hit her. Nicely on the exit, goes through No Name quite comfortably, a little bit wide, but nothing too major. He then comes round the long sweeping left-hand turn. Very easy to invalidate, but he does keep it in track limits. Into the quick right-left we go from him. Holds the line very nicely through. And he will take the sharp right coming through now. And he does come with a 123. I'd missed the thing as I was reading chat. Yeah, it's a full grid, biggest grid I've seen in a hot minute. Even with like some of the leagues that have been going around for absolute decades, you know. But here comes Evie coming through. Bus stop. Will he get it right? And he does get the first bit right. He does get the second bit right. And home if 153.7. So we did make a slight issue. We'll just have a look, see if horsepower is going. Yes, horsepower is 1.5 tenths up on his best time as things stand. Nicely through the bus stop chicane, a little bit of a slide, but nothing too major. And he will come home with a 144.1, 4 tenths up on his best, pulling himself in P11 so far. But Venom coming into chat. Oh my god, give me a sec, chat. There we go. Venom coming into chat. Top 10, I'll be happy. If you want my pre-race predictions, I did put you top 6. I think the top 5, that top 6 is, if we don't get Amy in, that top 6 will be the top 6 in my opinion. Evie going round again, I'm guessing. We'll just have a little look. Yes, he does. Okay, we'll just keep an eye on him. Almost 4 tenths up on his best time. So he does need to find even more space though. He is struggling to get to grips with this car so far. But yes, as Mason said, this is the biggest, a little bit wide going out of bus stop there, which isn't good at all. And he does lose time. He is 1 tenth down on his best. We will have a look at the... Let's have a quick look, scan through, see. We've got Deathwing. Let's give Deathwing a little watch. He does a 30.6 in sector 1, so very good first sector. A 114.7 going into sector 3, so he is absolutely pulling the burners on right now. Coming round the long sweeping left hander into bus stop chicane. We will see how he does. He does hit the absolute perfection of a bus stop. And he will come home with a 1 minute 43.1. So that will put him in P6 for now. Let's have a look, see how House is going to be coming over the line next. We'll watch Names Jeff, because he is the next one that should come over. keeps it within track limits as well, but he has made a huge error somewhere, so wait, Max retiring, was it? Yeah. We'll just watch we'll see how, if Aidan Jones can go even quicker. He does a 113.2. This could be our first 140 of the day. He is 5 times up on his best time. Absolutely flying right now. Coming round the sweeping left, and he will be heading into the bus stop for the final time this qualifying session. Sokin now he goes as a 142.2, but he may not hold on to it just for now. And Aiden will come home with a 140.9, so Sokin doing very well. Zenin coming home in P3 with a 141.3. Kazi will then come home and he will go a 140.7, beating Aiden by 2 tenths. DK goes third place, overtaking Sokin with a 144.1. Berkey goes 6th place with a 142.5. And that, my friends, is the lineup for sprint qualifying, not shootout. Sprint qualifying 1. Kazi will take P1 by 2 tenths over Aidan Jones. DK slacking a little bit more behind him with a 144.1, so not too far, but he will be hoping to get a better launch. Sokin comes home in P4 with a 141.2, with Zezin just behind him with a 144.3. We then go back 2 tenths for the Berkey, who is a 142.5. No, it's not over a second, should I say. So, yes, we shall do it. Yeah, Mason, I was expecting Aiden to keep it, because he was flying, because he talk about putting it out of the bag. Like, that is your thing. 1.5 times split P1 and P2, the Red Bull and the Haas. Uh, Mason, is it formation lap? Yeah, top 5 is very close. But Mason's in stream. Have we got formation lab? Can you go into general and just not general tier 1 chat and just respond to Deathwing, please? And here we go. We have the formation lap to start off with our 18 drivers on the grid. So, as to do it, because I'm going to have to take a whole lap to do this, we have got Kazi in P1, Aidan Jones in P2, DK in P3, Sokin in P4, Zezin in P5. Some severe lag from the McLaren. Berkey in P6, Deathwing in P7. I will get you straight in. Give me a second, guys. Let me just quickly... Okay. Harold in P8, FS in P9, Giant Stick in P10, Gold Killer in P11, Horsepower in P12, Names Jeff P13, Max Scavenger P14, Mellowed P15, Mason P16, Max in P17, and Evie in P18. Okay, so for anyone in here that's in the race, just be careful of Zezin's car. He has lost his power, like a complete power cut. His car may do some unpredictable things as it's being controlled by AI, so just a heads up, do not just take caution when trying to overtake him, unless he goes, obviously if he goes, perfect. A lot of these cars all get disqualified. Let me just see that point. 5 red lights and away we go. Let me just try and sort my mic out. Sorry, guys. Kazi taking turn 1. I don't know. There you go. Right, so Kazi comfortably getting out ahead, 4 times behind DK, making his way up past Aidan Jones in P3. Berkey already taking up 2 spots, with Sokin just behind him in P5. OWR is in P6, Gold Killer in P7, Harold in P8, Horsepower in P9. The Mercedes boys again lacking pace. FS now actually fighting with Horsepower. These two, remember, were going at it last week in Australia, so we will just keep an eye on it. Mason also going down the inside. Mason getting an absolute blinding start. Other than a 10-second penalty, he's flown through it. We got Zesin in P12, Giant Stick in P13, Max Fast in P14, Names Jeff in P15, Evie P16, Mellowed in P17, and Nova Max in P18. So let me just go. Let me see if we'll just keep an eye on these 3 for now. Mason splitting the 2 for Mercedes. I will just check if she's on, which she isn't. Okay, that's fine. Oh, why can't my reflect so much tonight? There we go. Sorry about this. I'm just having technical issues, guys. How's it coming over the... Oh, okay, I did not see what happened there between... I'm trying to figure out who that was. But a little bit of a clash between... I think it was a Mercedes, but I could be very wrong. If I talk, I'm in trouble. I'm not going to go through that bit, we'll just... Here we go, we got Horsepower about to make a move on Giant Stick, but will Giant Stick let him go easy, or will he fight him to the corner? Horsepower does back out just, Giant Stick just staying in P9 for now. But Horsepower does the switchback, and we know how effective it is, and he does make it move, so he has done that absolutely perfectly yet again. But yeah, I have no idea what's going on with the standard in the back, but let's have a little look, see if... okay, a bit laggy, but it's nothing major. Let's have a look, see who is... We will just keep an eye on Sokin and Berkey for now, though. Kazi going even quicker, 144 dead. And let's just have a little look through the grid, shall we? So we currently got Kazi leading DK by 1.7 seconds. Aiden P3, Berkey in P4. Closely followed by Sokin, who might actually get the job done going up the DRS straight. I'll just leave you this to see if we've got any updates on Dinghy, which we don't yet. But Sokin does make it past Berkey. We then got Deathwing in P7 just behind them. And Evie retiring and leaving session. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm a bit confused. Yeah, I've got no idea why we've had a couple of people leave. Well, I know I one left, but... Right, so much to look at today. So we've got Sokin potentially making a move on Aiden Jones. Having a little look down the inside, but decides not quite to do it this time. Locks up his brakes a little bit squirmy as well, coming out of turn 1 exit, but and here we go. Sokin moves up to P3 with a move on Aiden. Absolutely powerless to do anything if a car has got DRS and using battery on that straight. I'm just trying to have a look, see where we are. Let's now go over to Deathwing and Goal Killer. No, it's not. Deathwing and Berkey, should I say. This is the other Alpine. Excuse me if I get some names wrong tonight. We've got quite a few. But Deathwing all over the back of the Berkey 15. Both of these making their debuts tonight. Just keeping an eye on the gap. Kazi now got a 3-second gap over DK Cohen. I will just check if we got Zezin back in. Which we don't. Let's have a look at here. No, we don't. Not yet. Okay, so we got Max coming into the pits. Weirdly, but we'll just see if Red Deathwing can take Berkey, but he doesn't quite manage it this time round. Just following in, tucked in a little bit behind the Berkey. Yeah, so it looks like we don't have Zezin, unfortunately, for tonight, which is a little bit sad, but Mello running wide as well, allowing Harold to get through. He has got some huge laps upcoming if he wants to get any sort of points today. I'm just going to get rid of that channel. There we go. We'll just keep an eye on these four because it's all car behind us. Yeah, Harold making his move up. Just trying to see who we have got that's semi-fighting. Here we go. Sokin and Aiden still going at it. Sokin with the DRS open and he does get back. No, he doesn't. Aiden just keeping in. P4 for now. Let's have a look at Max Scavenger. Harold. Let's watch Harold v Mason. Going up a Rouge. Beautiful launch out of the corner from Harold. Mason might not get one, but he might get mugged twice to going down this straight, and Mason does lose out on 2 places. 1 to Harold and 1 to Max. So Mason will be hoping that to get at least one of them places back for now. Let's have a little look. It's all split out. Alright. Yeah, let's keep an eye on Deathwing and Berkey. They're the closest fighting wise we've got so far. Harold having to make 4 places up in these last 2 laps, so just to get hold of 1 point. And Sokin, Deathwing should be able to take Berkey up this main straight now with his DRS zone, and he will open his DRS. Does he burn some battery? No, not quite. So he is just happy just sitting behind him just for now. We will watch Harold on Jeff. Coming through a Rouge again. And Harold should be able to get past him quite easily. Moves down the inside, DRS open, and does comfortably get past him well before the turning point. Not an awful lot that Jeff could have done there. We will just keep an eye on Deathwing and Goldkiller for now though. Deathwing and Berkey. We are on the final lap from Kazi, just starting his final lap now. But we will just keep an eye on these two. Okay, they... Oh, big slide. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay, that was a bit unfortunate from Mel again. A little bit too greedy on the turn. That exit can catch you out so much, and he has learned the hard way. Here we go, though. The V-carb going down into slipstream mode. DRS open, battery burning, and he does eventually make it past the Berkey. Before the corner to the quick right left. And Aiden actually flying. He's only 8/10 off DK right now, so he is going to be putting him under all sorts of pressure. Mellowed retiring, unfortunately, in the pits for this one session. We do have another 2 sessions. We've got the qualifying and the actual main race after this. But Aiden, 3 temps behind him, coming from 2 temps back. We will just keep an eye on these 2 drivers. Three temps back, 2.5 temps back. 2 temps back. Will he make the move down the inside or around the outside? He attempts to go around the outside. DK does just give it. And he does just hold on for P2 with Aiden just behind him. Sirkin comes home in P4. The Berkey comes home in P5, closely followed by his teammate in P7, Goalkiller. FS comes home in P8. Horsepower P9, Giant Stick P10, Harold in P11, Max in P12, name's Jeff in P13. I didn't get to finish it, but we'll finish it up in a minute. Yeah, I was gonna say, you kept your nose out of all the carnage at the back. I don't know what the hell people were thinking in the back. I knew it was gonna happen, but anyway, we shall get back to the thing. We've got Max in P14. We've got Mason in P15. Zezin in P16. Well, Zezin's AI in P16. Mellowed Space in P17. And Evie in P18. So that is your sprint race done. There is our points for now. Just wait for Mason to get hold of him. Yeah, the McLaren was horrendous. Not Mason, the open McLaren was absolutely shocking. Especially on the formation lap in terms of lag. Like, it looked like everyone was having connection issues tonight. And we've got absolutely torrential downpour, so good luck, that's all I'm going to say about that. Thank God I haven't raced tonight, because I absolutely hate rain. And these guys would have put their dry setups on. Yeah, no worries, Bennett. Yeah, I saw that, and then Harold got hit by Evie as well. I have no idea what was going on in the back. Genuinely, it was a bit like, what's happening? I saw you get 10 seconds. I was like, there's not like, yeah, it was a mess at the back. I'm not gonna lie. So Sokin is going to take one of his 2 penalties tonight, his engine penalties. I'll go through that with you guys now. So each season we have 2 engine penalties we have to take. So we must put our setup on. come out of the pit, go back into the pit before our flying lap, and then retire from the session, and that will give you one of your engine penalties. All drivers, Tier 1 and Tier 2, will be expected to take 2 penalties throughout the season, 2 engine penalties. So from what we know, Sokin is going to take his first one tonight, and everyone else, I'm pretty sure, other than... So, Sokin's going to take his penalty tonight. We've then got with Max Scavenger. We do need to, I may remind him to come into the pit and retire, or Mason might tell him, because he is on a qualifying ban for tonight. But yes, it's not the let's just have a look. Have I not got lab data? I was gonna say I should have lab data on. You know what? What I'm gonna do? Yeah, a lot of them are coming out on wets, so it's definitely wet weather. Good luck to all the racers tonight, I guess. At least it will shake things up a little bit in the grid, you know? Yeah, we're not going to get anyone else tonight as things stand. And Max getting out the way, very respectfully known. He is on his qualifying ban for the night. He is respectfully getting out the way. Oh, steady on, Max. There we go. There we go. And he does wait and let... I think it was the Ferrari. No, it wasn't. I don't know who it was, but... Yeah, so Max will be taking his qualifying ban tonight. We've then got Sokin, who is going to be taking his engine penalty tonight, so he will be taking the first of his 2. And Max does come into the pit. He does make word of his penalty for the night. And the other one is Sokin. Max retiring from the session for his qualifying ban. And we should be seeing the same with Sokin for his engine penalty. And Sokin does take his engine pen, so I will add that in now while people are racing. I'll leave you guys just with the sound of the cars for now. I'll do this. I will be straight back with you, chat. There we go. Oh, it's round 3, innit? Fuck me. Round 3 engine pins. There we go. Sorry about that, chat. We are back. Joystick goes 2 seconds. 2 minutes 1 second. Berkey going to Kazi already going straight into the 158s. 158.6. So he is pulling the banker down right now for it. Name's Jeff in Sokin. Was that intentional? Or do you need another invite? I'm going to assume you want another invite. I've sent you one just in case. I don't know if it was intentional or not, so I just sent you one. Yeah, alright. I have sent you a invite again. Let me know if you need another one. Perfect. There we go. And we have Soaking back from his, I'm guessing, his weekly disconnect. It's like, mind you, he is on the other side of the world tour, so we have got one, two, we have got three South Africans tonight. In Jeff, Horsepower, and Soaking, so they will not have the best internet connection, but they do try their best, so let's have a look, see if... Alright, we'll watch. I'm trying to think. But yeah, Kazi almost a second quicker from anyone else so far. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I really don't. It makes no sense. Second. Well, I will unlock it now that the races are all in that thing. Yeah, I don't know where M is. I will send a message later on. Since you're in the Discord... Oh no, you're not in the voice chat. But yeah, so the answer to your first bit, second, I am gonna message you a bit later on. There's nothing major, just see if what she missed is not. And the second solution is don't, just don't. Okay. Since you have retired, can you pop into the voice chat for me and see if Yolio retired because it was an engine pen, or if he just crashed, or since you are taking your engine pen here. So far we have got bloody hell. FS. Sorry FS. I've only just seen your time. Absolutely flyer from FS. A 158.8, only 2 tenths off P1. So he has managed to guess, hopefully, his 2024 pace back. So we've got Kazi in B1, FS in P2. Absolutely stonking lap from FS. A giant stick in P3. So Yoli is EV, yes. Giant stick in P3. The two Haas cars in perfect condition right now in P3 and P5. DK Cohen in P4 so far. We will just keep an eye on it. But yes, so can Evie is Yoli. I know that's not how you say his name, but I always call it that. Just a bit easier for us. But we will keep an eye on DK just to see if he can go anywhere near Kazi and FS. But FS has put in the lap of the season for his anyway. Yeah, DK now going 2 seconds quicker, so he is going to be breaking into the 157s. And he will come across the line in what looks like it'll be about a 156, 157s. 156.4, so he does then respond with 2 seconds. We'll watch Mason. Okay, Mason has invalidated his lap. All of the cars having a little bit of trouble there with the grip. Um, Goal killer almost a second up on his time as well. So if things go his way, he could be as high as P5. But he is going to have to find. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Second, just needed to edit message at Eoli Oli. There we go. It's just so I can add them in as and when they do them. It's a bit easier. So we got Max Scavenger, who is on a qualifying ban. Sokin and yeah, fair enough. Sokin and Evie both taking the first of their 2 penalties this early on. Berkey, Cohen, and goal killer, absolutely disgusting times. Holy. Berkey going P2, not leaving half a tenth in it between him and DK, and goal killer absolutely flying with the P3 so far. What a lap from them two. Kazi being pushed down to 4th, and he will not take that lightly, mind you. He is already a second up on his best time. Mate, like, I wasn't expecting it. I was just writing Evie's name in for the engine pen. Looked up and I just see 2 of my drivers in the top there. I'm like, fair. Because he is on. I know, yeah. It's because he is on a very quick lap. He was averaging around a second quicker in Sector 1. So he will be potentially fighting for that P1 spot again. But Alpine showing that they have got already a partnership going so far. And Kazi going 4.5 seconds quicker than his best time. He is absolutely storming around this lap right now. Like, oof. That's all I'm going to say about them. This is the Kazi that showed up in Netherlands reverse as well. So he's taking his dominance from that and putting it on this track into conditions. He is going to go round in a 1 minute 50. He does a 1 minute 52.85, almost 6 seconds better off his time, and he is almost 4 seconds quicker than the next best. Absolute crazy lap from these things. A goal killer only just misses Alan getting a PB by 0.005 of a second. Aidan Walker goes P2 with a 152.9, so he is only a 10th back on Kazi, his main rival for today. We'll just see if Gold is going again, because it does look like he is. But yes, I know I'm not meant to be biased, but I'm happy that 2 of my drivers are in the top 6 so far. But name's Jeff going 5 seconds quicker. Like, where is this pace coming from these 2? Oh. Okay. I don't know what's going on there, but Giant Stick going 1.8 seconds quicker than his PB. Yeah, I have no idea what was going on there, because unless it might have been invalidation, to be fair. But yeah, Berkey and Gold Killer only becoming a partnership tonight, absolutely pulling their cars right in the mixer as things stand. Let's see where Harold is. Harold's only just starting his lap. Okay. Oh my god, Gold Killer going a second quicker going into the Sector 3, so he could actually go into P3 right now. Like, he is showing that he might want that Ferrari seat in the upcoming seasons. If he gets this absolutely perfect, he will jump jump ahead of his teammate the Berkey and potentially Cohen. And he does. He goes a second quicker, 9.5 seconds quick, 9.5 tenths quicker, and it puts him comfortably into P3. So he is having an absolute perfect session so far. We will watch Red Deathwing as well. To be fair, pushing it, but he's still going up to 3, knocking Gold Killer down to P4. Let's just have a little look. See who we are missing. We're just trying to get one more driver in. Sorry about the quietness, guys. We're just trying to get one more driver in just beforehand. I do apologise for this. And Amy has just made it in, so we do have it. 19 drivers. I am so sorry for the silence. I had to get one of my drivers in. Whew. Yeah, so we have got 19 drivers. Just Amy literally just getting in time, but she has got the pace. So we have got 19 drivers. That is now a new record we've ever had in this league. So this isn't me being cringy, but a huge thank you to um, all the drivers. Where did you come, Mason, in the end? Okay, P11, not bad, not bad at all. But yeah, I would like to thank every single one of the drivers for tonight, reserves, tier ones, etc. Um, for basically giving us a full grid. Like, you cannot win at a full grid. And I don't even. Where are you standing right behind him, Mason? Oh, you are. Okay. So, our tier two boys all kind of conversing with each other. We've got Horsepower, Mason, Jeff, and Mellot all within each other. So, it's gonna be close for those 3 points. Also, Mason, did the title, the constructed thing for the third season one, happen before last week or this week? Like between the last 7 days? Yes. From code. No, no. So you know when Amy said about it, you're quick enough to get past these, Amy. To be fair, like even with a fixed setup, I expect you to be coming top six. Like you got in. That's the main thing. It was from when it got confirmed fully. Was that last week's one or was that this week's? Oh. Okay. At least you're in though. So yeah, 312 wings is yummy. Like, I don't know how to really respond to that. I mean, if you want Amy, you can come in and do comms, or you can stay and race. It's entirely up to you. Like, because those wings are disgusting. I'm not even gonna deny it. They are vile. So fair. Okay, go ahead. Like, but yes. So Amy, who is in chat, she came up with the idea of having a third constructor slash title slash kind of thing. Hello, horsepower. And so now the tier twos will have something to fight for in the tier ones. They will get points on the quickest tier two. Um, and they will get points added into a third title, and then vice versa. Did I not show you stream? Oh shit! I'm so sorry, horsepower. Shit, I'll do that now. I'm so sorry. That's completely on me. Um, I'm so sorry, horsepower. Completely my fault. It's because we're Russian. I was trying to get people in. Okay, so Mason's coming in saying it's best reserves now. We've got more, not just best tier two. So yeah, everyone has got something to fight for tonight. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not having high hopes of my own team tonight. We've got someone on a prefixed, and yeah, so we might not get the win tonight. But ooh, got a bit of a cut. But yeah, my apologies, horsepower. But yeah, Amy, good luck with your absolutely beautiful wings, I guess. Like, but you're pacey enough to be able to get past half of these, you know. Also, quick question, Amy. Why were you late tonight? Like, out of curiosity. Ah, shit. You shouldn't have come on then if you really weren't feeling too good. Check your DMs when you've got a quick second as well, please. Yeah, I get that, but like is better than health is more important than a race. Like that is completely understandable. Like you wouldn't have had points put on you. Like I don't think anywhere. But yeah, we know you love to have a little race every now and again. So yeah. Why all these guys do that? Let me just make sure that I've got everything so I can. Yeah, so Evie and Sokin both had their engine pens for this week. Also, Amy, as you wasn't here, and I don't know if you know, so each season, as you're new to us, each season, each driver is expected to take 2 engine pens to mix up the grid a bit more. So, for example, Sokin and Evie took theirs tonight, hence why they're at the back with you. Um, but it's only literally you put your setup on, come out. It's like a quality bump, set up on, come out, retirement pits, you know. Just to give you a heads up. Like obviously you might not need to for the first few races. But yes, as I was saying, so the ones to look for is going to be the bottom 3. We've got Sokin, Amy, and Evie, all. And Amy's doing her welcome to the grid, which I'm just gonna sit and watch and let you guys look at this absolute nutcase going through bus stop in reverse. But yeah, the cars all literally piling. The cars all piling up behind just to see. Yeah, there we go. That's Amy Hoxer for you. I don't know what else to really pronounce that. Well, not pronounce it, but I don't really know what else to say about that. I've seen it 3 times and I'll never get used to it. Can I ask where Mason's going? Mason's lost on the grid. Gotta love it. Yeah, right. So we should be. Yeah, here we go. So we got 5 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and away we go for the first time going into turn 1. Cars again a very good start. With Aiden right up beside him. Why am I looking at the back for? Let's just make sure everyone, to be fair to them, everyone has got through quite cleanly. So we got Aiden Jones actually taking the lead through A Rouge on Kazi, but Kazi is all over the back and he will potentially try and take the move back from him. Amy already going up 6 places, so we will just keep an eye on. She will be hoping to cut through the traffic as quick as physically possible. Horsepower dropping all the way back as well, so that is a big shock from him. We'll just keep and let's have a little look, see where. And this is now where Mason will. Is that Mason? I'm so confused. Oh no, there we go. Sorry about that, chat. I was so confused. So we got Aidan Jones making his debut for us tonight in P1, Kazi in P2, DK in P3, Berkey in the Alpine in P4, John Stick in P5, Harold in P6, Deathwing in P7, FS just behind them in P8, Mason absolutely flying in P9. Best of our tier 2 so far. Mello in P10. We've then got Gold Killer dropping a few places down to P11 with Amy Hoxer all over the back of him. Will he let her past or will he pull on that fight? And Amy Hoxer absolutely taking 2 in 1. A little bit of a tap, but she does get away from it. So she is already up into our top 10 positions. Let's just keep an eye on Kazi as well, because he is going to be fighting all the way down this straight just to try and take his P1 back. So as things stand, we've got Aiden in P1, Kazi in P2 with DK in P3, closely followed by Berkey in P4. We've got Harold in P5. We've then got Giant Stick in P7, Deathwing in P... No, Giant Stick in P6, Deathwing in P7. The 2 Ferraris of FS and Amy running in P8 and P9, so they will be hoping just to hold on. They could... Actually, they could take an even bigger stronghold in the Constructors' title as things stand. Mason just behind them in P10, comfortably holding off Gold Killer in P11. Sokinai coming up, moving up 5 places in the opening 2 laps. Oh, big collision as well between what I don't know who it was, but Max V Fast and Mello, so a little bit scrappy. Hopefully he'll settle down just a little bit now. Oh, okay. I had what? Yeah. I would love to see some of these POVs tonight. Max V Fast getting a 3-second warning, so he's already on 13 seconds of pens. FS only just keeping out of Stick's rear car rear. There we go. That made it sound a bit wrong there. My bad. Out of his exhaust to be thingy. We'll just have a little look through the gap. We've got FS 4 temps behind. Let's go up to the leaders, starting to slowly pull away from the Berkey in P4. So we've got DK in P3, Kazi in P2, and Aiden Jones 2007 in P1. The top 6 all different cars as well. Then we've got Stick under all sorts of pressure from FS. We'll just keep an eye on... Just trying to think who we could watch. we'll just watch these three going up the turn for now. There we go. So Kazi all over the back of Adrian Jones right now. DRS open and he does just absolutely bliss past. Adrian Jones tucks back in behind Kazi in P2, but Kazi takes P1 with DK just behind him. Now this is where the team game will come. Will FS let Amy Hoxer through, or will he say that is his spot quite rightly and expect Amy to fight her way past him? Will they play the team game and try and overtake, try and stick together? That is going to be a real question. But FS is having one of his better weeks since he has come back. So field slowly starting to break up a little bit, but there are still little trains here and there of DRS. With Stick now being harassed by both cars, by FS and by Amy. Amy does go around the outside. The two Scarlet Ferraris hopefully not going to collide with each other. Just about to come through the bus stop, and Amy does hold it round the outside. And they do go through the bus stop chicane with Amy all over the back of a giant Stick. With Soaking all over the back of FS. So will FS, FS is under pressure, Amy is under pressure from FS, and Stick is under pressure from Amy. So these four-way car right now. Is there a bit of a... Okay, horsepower coming into here. A slight issue I think going on with his car. And Soaking does get past FS in the end, but... And Stick and Amy going side by side with FS, not FS, with Soaking going... Starting to join that little battle. Stick is getting absolutely mugged here. A little bit of a love tap from Stick, but he does hold it round the outside nicely. But he does lose 2 positions in the space of 2 corners, so he is going to be kicking himself a little bit. So Amy up to P7, Soaking up to P8. So as things stand, Kazi is in P1, closely followed by Aiden and DK, the top 3 that was set like that. We then got Berkey in P4, Harold in P5, Deathwing in P6, Amy in P7, Soaking Eye in P8, Stick in P9, FS in P10, Goldkiller in P11. We then got Mason in P12, with Max Scavenger all over the back of her with his quality band, so he will be hoping just to gain it. We've then got Jeff all over the back of Max Scavenger. With them, the other Max V Fast, all over the back of Jeff. And Evie train a little bit, but will catch up soon. And Soaking gets past Amy Hoxer, so Soaking Eye does go into the top 7 for the first time this race. Oh, okay. Stick decided to try and go down the inside, I think. I don't know if she's got damage. Let's see if we can figure it out. No, it's a little bit too... No, so luckily Amy does not have damage. We'll just have a little look at Stick, but looks like it was just a little coming together, nothing too major from them. Let's go over to... Oof, there's a lot of mixing up here. We'll let them two fight. Berkey with a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. So we currently got Kazi in P1 with Aiden at 6.5 times behind him in P2. These two already pulling a 6-second gap, 6.5 second gap on the car behind. But we'll just keep an eye on these two up front for now. Red Wing pit in. Interesting. I think the pit stop, a lot of these, let's have a little look at the detail stops tyre. So yeah, a lot of them starting on hard. We'll keep that tab up for today, shall we? Kazi still holding off Aidan Jones, and him also slowly pulling away from DK. Let's have a look at we'll watch Mason and Jeff go at it. Only half a second back on him. With the DRS open, yes. So Mason will be looking behind him. Mason makes his one defensive move and then goes back onto the racing line. He's well in his right to do that. But we'll just keep an eye on these two. These two in their tier 2 races have been very close to each other as well. Mason both of these picking up at least one podium in tier 2. And if you would like to watch them go at it again tomorrow, we will be having another streamer potentially tomorrow. Amy coming into pit as well, so she has the first one of the Ferraris. But we'll just keep an eye on these two for now. Sorry, I was just reading somewhere. Max and... yeah, that's fair. Amy with her preset will get overtaken down the first straight. But this is where her car will come alive with the preset ones. There's a sector 2. Not sure from who. We'll have to just keep an eye on that. Yes, so the only cars with DRS right now is these two that we are watching. Everyone else just either outside it, other than Harold has just made it in on the Berkey. And Aidan Jones coming into pit, so he is the first of the top 3 to pit. Berkey and Harold both coming in as well to pit, so makes things slightly more interesting. We'll just keep an eye on Evie and Amy. Amy all over the back of the Williams. All the Williams will see right now is the scarlet red of that Ferrari chasing him down. And Evie coming into pit. So yeah, it's interesting. But we'll just keep an eye on this because Jeff does have DRS too. No, he doesn't. Jeff just outside the DRS zone of Max Scavenger. Amy inside the DRS zone and absolutely flying. DRS open and she should be able to get past him even with a preset. Which she does comfortably. Let me just have a look at the leader. So yeah, Aidan Jones is just behind in terms of a pit stop behind Kazi. Sokinai up 16. He started in 17th. 15 places, so he is absolutely flown through the chasing pack this time. We're just keeping on Horsepower and Mason, actually, two rivals in our tier 2 class. The Mercedes of Horsepower, the McLaren of Mason, who, if no one is in the Discord, earlier this week took the shocking decision to step down as the team principal of McLaren F1 team. So he is now just solely a driver for now. Mason gave him a little squeeze, but they did keep off away from each other. Horsepower not losing that much time, but that does give Evie and Max V Fast time behind, just to catch up a little bit to them. These are the no, there are a few cars with DRS, to be fair. They've just come out of DRS, so yeah, we'll just keep an eye on these two for now. If you look further in the back though, Evie and Max both going side by side through a Rouge. Max backing out ever so slightly. So these four just sticking to each other like glue. Mason is not going to be very happy seeing a Mercedes V-Carb and a Red Bull all over the back of him. So, and Kazi comes into pit. So Aidan Jones could actually make it into P1 so far. Yes, he does. He does jump Aidan Jones. Aidan Jones does jump him, and so does... Okay, so there's the lap cars getting out of the way, that's fine. So Aidan Jones 1.3 seconds back on Kazi, but with those two extra lap difference, he should make it relatively easily. Amy now coming P8 with FS just behind her with a... Look after the car, FS, why don't you? Just taking it for a little drive scenically. But FS was right behind her but drops back 3 places for now. We'll just watch let's watch the Aston Martin and the Alpine. The Alpine absolutely nailing his turns though, getting past with relative ease. Let's have a little look at... We then watch names Jeff all over the back of Max Scavenger, but in return FS is all over the back of him. Goal killer with a 3-second penalty for, I'm guessing, track limits. Goal killer getting past the Ferrari into P8 as well. We'll just keep an eye on FS, and FS just not getting any sort of look out of them hard so far. Has Amy Hoxer got damage? She does. She's got damage on her front left end plate. Not her luck at all today. And she will come into pit. That might be a retirement. She might stay out there. Move stick up into... Yeah, Amy Hoxer retiring from the session today. Not her day. FS being the only car back in the session right now. Give me a sec, chat. So we've got our first retirement after lap 12 of this 22 lap race so far. We've got DK all over the backup circuit. Carsley with a 145.2, so he is slowly but surely starting to assert his name into that first place thing. But Adrian Jones is slowly keeping the gaps, not by an awful lot, but I was going to say, excuse me, there's no car there. But yeah, and we've also not, so we've got no Zezin and we've got no Amy. Zezin had a power cut just before sprint race, and Amy unfortunately retiring with damage to her car. Let's have a little look. We've been watching these two a bit. We'll go over to Soken and I, shall we? I'm just trying, let's have a look, see who is, because all of the cars are starting to slowly but surely gap. We will watch DK then going quickest with a 145.1. We'll watch FS though, see if he'll make a move down the inside. And he does make it through though, just only because. Okay, we'll just keep an eye on these two. These two have somehow gapped the car behind by 4 seconds. Let's have a little look, see who is the closest. We'll just keep an eye on second. We'll watch the Williams for a little bit, chasing after the V-carb of Deathwing. These are the only two cars with DRS other than Mason. Who is all over the back? Oh, sorry. Who is all over the back of name's Jeff, his title rival, but he does pick up a 3-second penalty, but Sirkin does also get past V-carb of Deathwing, as I say that. Boy, that's on. What we'll do, we'll watch the other Williams try and take the other V-carb on. So it's Williams v V-carb at both ends of the field today, so we'll just keep an eye on it. Actually, we'll watch the EC for a little bit, just because we haven't really focused much on the leaders today, so we'll just give these guys, let them give us a bit of a show. There you go. Max very fast getting another penalty, so he is being very rushed with his penalties today. Yeah, just have to check some. Kazi doing a 144.9 as well, so he is now going quickest with, I'm just trying to think how many laps we've got left. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, with 7 laps to go. Names Jeff also gets struck with a 3-second time penalty, so Sokin then goes quickest with a 44.6 as well, so he is slowly chasing. We'll watch. Let's see how the two do. Yellow flag sector 2. Okay, it's a car just moving out of the way. It's Mellow moving out the way. No, it's not Mellow. Who is that? I don't know. But we'll just keep an eye on this now. Half his battery left, and he is saving battery. Aidan Jones and the Haas. Also, both Alpines just going about their business quite quietly today, but quite nicely. And Mello retiring from the session as well, so that's our second retirement after lap 17. 17 cars still in. Goal Killer coming into pit moves FS up a spot, so he could be on for his best position of this season, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's been a rough one for a few drivers from what I've heard so far, Mello. Like, it's one of them where on this track, everything is determined in the first lap or so. You can tell if you're going to have a good race, a bad race, or an in-between race, you know. And we are about to start lap 18 out of 22. That will pull us down to the final 5 laps of this race. Going through the bus stop, Aiden all over the back of Kazi. So this is the first true fight that Kazi's had to deal with in his 2 races before. But Aiden making sure that Kazi knows that he is still going to be there. But some absolute great driving from these two right now. Am I on mute? No. I was going to say, like, my phone didn't go off when I got tagged earlier. Gap down to 4 temps now, 5.5 temps though, so this is where Kazi can slowly pull away from Aiden. But we'll just keep an eye on these two just for a couple of laps because we haven't really given these two any sort of credit because they've been that comfortable today. I'm just trying to think who it was. Yeah, exactly. Like, we're not going to be as busy tomorrow, so it shouldn't be too much error. I'm just trying to think which Max it was. I've got a feeling, and I don't know why, I think it was Max Very Fast. Because it said you had a 10-second penalty, wasn't it, for hitting... For a severe collision, wasn't it, Mello? Because if that was the one, it was the Red Bull Max. But like we said, it's tomorrow's a whole different story. He had some pace last week in it, so just a matter of just letting this one slip, you know. But yeah, so even though it was an accident, I think it was Max who had the penalty for hitting you, I think. And if that's the case, it would have been Max v Fast. It would have been the Red Bull Max. But it was just a bit unlucky. Yeah, so it was the Red Bull Max. But it's always a bit scruffy when there's a full grid going into turn one. Like tomorrow will be a lot easier, I think, for us. Berkey, though, all over the back of Soak in 6.5 temps. But he's not actually gaining any time. He hasn't got any sort of DRS. Has he got... No, he's fine. Alright. We'll just keep an eye on him because he's not... It's almost like he's got... What? He's very slow, so I don't know what's going on with Berkey. We'll just keep an eye on him because he's the only one who's anywhere near it. It might be just a matter of conserving fuel though, so... Max with another 3-second pen, so he is having a rough day. And a safety car. What? How? Let me just go through, try and figure out. A safety car has come out, but I don't know who from. I have no idea. Yeah, at least I'll make it for a great couple of laps because we'll only have probably one lap of the safety car. But okay, and that gave us a yellow a safety car. How much damage has he done to his car? Let's just have a... Yeah, I don't get how that would have caused the safety car EV spinning and breaking his wing. Like, I don't know, but it baffles me, this game. But this does shove everyone together potentially for an epic couple of laps. Yeah, I am confused. I don't get how that would have brought out a safety car, genuinely. I just... Oh, well, mate, this game confuses the hell out of me. And safety car will come in this lap. So these cars are going to either have to hurry up and get round again. Yeah, I don't get how that is a safety car, Mason. But here we go. We have got 2 laps. We've got 1 lap without DRS and 1 lap with DRS. So the train goes all the way back now to a giant stick. We'll just keep an eye on these first 3 as things stand. We'll have a look, see who pitted. So yes, everyone up other than Zezin, Max, Fast, FS and Goal Killer pitted. And Deathwing already overtaking Deathwing already overtaking FS, should I say? Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit odd. But so we've got 2 more laps of this Belgium Grand Prix. Will Kazi hold on to take P1? Will DK hold on to take P3? Horsepower having another slight issue, but with a 3-second penalty to Deathwing. So FS knows all he's got to do is keep within that gap now, and he will go P8. We'll just have a look at the penalties. So that is our penalty so far. Deathwing taking round the inside, the outside of Goal Killer, but Goal Killer will switch back. He doesn't quite take the advantage as things stand. And the front 4 are just interchanging between fastest laps, and this will now be a DRS battle all the way down the straight. What we'll do, let's see if we can get a bird's eye view. No, we can't. Okay. So far, so good though for Kazi. He has got He's got 7 corners from now until he takes his 3rd win in 3 races for himself. And he does come across the line to take P1. Aiden takes P2 with DK taking the last podium spot with Sokin just behind him. Burke was P5 but goes to P6 with penalties. Deathwing it takes P7. Gold Killer takes P8. FS takes P9. Stick takes P10. Max will take P11. Ooh, is there some late moves? No, Evie struggling again. Jeff taking P12. Yeah, it's a good race to be fair from you, soaking. Max should be able to just hold on though, which he does. Horsepower gets another 3-second penalty there. Mason finishes P13. Horsepower finishes P14. Max finishes P16. And Evie comes home in P16. Yeah, P17 to P4 is not horrendous. Like, you maximised your thing. Doesn't also Mason, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Jeff get the most points out of reserve and TLR? Also, that performance, Mason, gives me hope for tomorrow. Like, but yeah, congratulations to our top three. We've got Kazi in P1. Oh yeah, Kazi's a reserve, isn't he? Kazi P1, Aiden in P2, and DK in P3. Because, like, I've seen him struggle this race. Like, it hasn't been the best race for horsepower. Not by dirtiness, but it's just been so unfortunate. So it kind of gives, because this is one of my stronger tracks in the calendar. That's the only reason it's giving me hope. But yes, so we've got, I will add him just in case. We've got Kazi in P, race winner. First lap goes to Sokinai. Drive of the day, Sokinai must overtakes Sokinai and Aiden with the cleanest driver. So Sokinai absolutely dominating, really. Other than the race winner and the cleanest driver. But yeah, Mason, that is the reason why it's giving me hope. Because he had a rough one today. So it kind of gives me hope considering that was my quickest, well, it was one of my quickest tracks. But yes, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back tomorrow with Giant Stick. No point. Yeah, exactly. Like, you knew that your fight was with Becky, etc. Like, so there was no point in doing it. But yes, that is it for today. A Giant Stick will be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Same channel, commentating on the Tier 2 race. But again, congratulations to Kazi, Aiden, and and I am gonna expose Stick right now. He has said, "Thank God I have Aiden as a teammate. I'm so fucking washed." That's just for you, Stick. But yes, congratulations to everyone, and we shall see you tomorrow.